Okay, welcome back to the Crypto Factor. Welcome back to your favorite cryptopreneurship show. My name is Paul. And today we're going to look at the charts, we're going to look at the markets, but I want to talk to you a little bit about bear markets, what to expect, how to play bear markets, maybe give you some bear market rules for you to follow, because a lot of you may be not familiar in bear markets. Maybe you joined in the bull market, or maybe you're not that experienced and you haven't really taken in bear markets, how they could work, what they'll be like. And that's what I want to talk to you about today. So, I've been in crypto since 2017, so I've seen my fair share. And I've been in crypto not just as an investor and trader, but a C-level executive, an author, a speaker. And I'm pretty much, it's what I live on. So I've seen bear markets, I've seen markets roll over, and I just wanted to talk to you about them, give you some advice, maybe answer your questions in the chat, because I think that will be a lot of value for you. Now, before I begin, real quick, tell me, number one, how does the video stream look? Can you see me? Can you hear me properly? I would really like to know. I changed some settings and I may have messed up, I'm not sure. So I would really appreciate if you let me know. And the second thing is, where are you watching from and what are you drinking as always? Today I'm drinking a number of things. I'm drinking some still water. Yes, it's in a water bottle. I am drinking some sparkling water. Yes, it's also in a plastic water bottle. And I'm waiting for some coffee because I just played bowling drunk. So I'm a bit tipsy, not too much, but People saying they like the way it looks and sounds. Awesome. I did go for 4K. So let's see how that works out. People are saying it looks good. Chuck, my man, I know you're drinking your mushroom tea in Seattle, which is awesome. Thank you. Which is awesome. And I still haven't, or mushroom coffee, sorry. And I still haven't tried it yet. But yeah, let's talk about it a little bit. Let's have a look at the market, see what's going on. Because I think it will be a good transition from the charts as well, so you can understand what I mean. So let's have a look right here. And my Stream Deck is not on. Let's see if we can switch it on real quick. There you go. And that should work. Let's see if that button works. Yep, 1, 2, 1, 2. There you go. So the chart right now, we are on the factor line. And as you can see, we're below the mid-range of this bottom sort of sideways market, we're just below the mid-range of this lower range over here. And as you can see, as expected, we're working our way in this range over here. Remember, bear markets can be brutally long. So this one here, up here, you can see how this range was a lot longer. This could be just as long or a lot longer. So I wouldn't be surprised if this plays out till summer or after, or the beginning. And also, keep in mind, we can always go lower. We can always go lower and trade maybe at the bottom of this pre-range over here at the 50s or even the 40s. We'll see about that. Again, it's not, the problem is not how low you go in a bear market. It's the sustained time for a long period of time that gets you wrecked in bear markets. It does a lot to your psychology, it does a lot to your positions, it makes a lot of people give up. We'll talk about that in a second. But as you can see, we're down below the mid-range over here. And chances are we're going to come meet and see if we're going to break out of this range to the downside. We'll see. Of course, I do see a doji over here, but that's on the way up. So yeah, that could be another coming down over here. Let's see if we keep that higher low and come up to retest the top of the range, or if we're going to go lower. Remain to be seen. This is the daily chart. Trend stacker is still in the red over here. Granted, it's been going up, so we are still waiting to see, meaning we are in a range. Until the range breaks, you do nothing. If you want to buy, you wait for it to break to the downside, wait for lower levels, buy there. If it breaks to the upside, again, you can buy, but it has to break and make that upper range, the upper top of the range support in order to buy, so you can have a clear exit or stop loss, if that makes sense. Very simple stuff, right? I'm keeping things very simple. And I don't want to deep dive too much into the charts today unless you guys ask me. Altcoins are basically waiting for permission from Bitcoin. As you can see, this is the daily. They're up, they're down, they're doing whatever they want to do. You can see which ones are of strength. The ones on the screen right now are altcoins of strength. That does not mean they're going to go up. That just means they have a better chance in the next bull market. But let's see how that plays out. Of course, we do have other positions here as well. So let's see how this plays out. This narrative is the X402 narrative. Should do very well in the next one. Let's see how this plays out. And generally speaking, we're waiting to see what Bitcoin will do. That's on the daily. If we go to the weekly time frame real quick, you'll probably see that it does not look good. Let this load for a second. Yeah, pretty much red, staying red until this turns gold. Well, we have to wait for it to turn gold on the daily, then reevaluate when it turns gold on the weekly. We'll see how it goes, but right now it looks like more downside. Yeah, it does look like more downside on the weekly. So let's see how that all plays out. But I wanted to talk to you about a couple of things. Let's see if anybody joined in the chat. Awesome. People asking what life is like and so on. Life is good. Again, bear markets are brutal, but they are some of the biggest opportunities you can possibly imagine. And I don't just mean for buying crypto. So bear markets are actually a godsend for many reasons. First of all, for investments, you can get in at lower prices and so on. Second of all, you have time to evaluate what power plays are going to be, what narratives are going to be next, potentially, and so on. But third of all, you have the chance to invest in yourself, invest in you. Give me a second, I'm drowning here. Or coughing because of the coffee. Let me just put some water. There you go. So, some strong Greek coffee, Turkish coffee, whatever you want to call it. Greek coffee is different. It's like the Turkish coffee, but not so many herbs, if that makes sense. Anyway, regardless, what was I saying? So, there are a lot of opportunities. Like, for example, just like in business, and I like to compare crypto to business a lot. If you notice, I make these comparisons a lot. Just like you have to think about crypto like a business, in bear markets, you have to do the same thing as you do in bull markets. What do I mean by that? I mean this. If in bear markets, a lot of businesses, a lot of people, they contract. They start saving money. They stop spending money. They stop marketing. Their budget goes down, right? But that's exactly when you need to do the opposite and expand. Why do you need to expand? Because now there's less noise. Now you have a chance to take market share. And if you're a small player, because you're more versatile, you can do whatever you want. You don't have a board. You can actually make moves and take market share. Especially if you're in AI right now, that can very well happen very effectively. I think we're going to see a lot of differences, different things. We're going to see a lot of expedition when it comes to entrepreneurship and businesses in the coming years. I know a lot of you are actually into AI. I know Chuck's into AI. Chuck is writing a book right now on AI, or with AI, which is awesome. I think it's amazing. So the question is, if everybody in business needs to expand while everyone contracts, because that's what you do, that's the contrarian thing to do when it comes to business. The same thing happens in crypto, so how do we apply this in crypto? Does that mean just buying right now? No. That means expanding your knowledge. That means studying crypto. Now you have the chance to study Bitcoin and learn what Bitcoin is. Now is the chance to actually study what altcoins are, why they are important to AI, and why AI can't function the way they want it to function without cryptocurrency. So you can start educating yourself, right? You can start looking back at mistakes. You can start saving money to actually buy better positions. You can get your courses. If you got a course and you haven't studied it, now's your chance to study it. You know, I had a couple of people say, Paul, you know, it's a bear market and I don't know what to do and I bought this course. Study the course. You have time now. Before you didn't have time, now you do. Study the course. You're not going to learn without studying. You're just not. You're not going to be able to, you cannot invest in yourself by hoping. Like people, guys, stop hoping and praying when it comes to crypto. It does not work. And now that there's a bear market, a lot of so-called geniuses, it's showing that they weren't so much of geniuses, right? And now they're like, oh my God, I'm getting this, see what I mean? Now's your chance. Now's your chance to study. Now's your chance to learn. Now's your chance to invest. Now's your chance to read a book, do this, do that. Now is your chance. In bull markets, everyone gets cocky. Everyone thinks everyone's a genius in the bull market. Everyone and their mother is a genius in the bull market because you can pretty much throw a dart, whatever you hit, it'll make money. Now, in the last bull market, altcoins not so much, but if you really think about it, yes, they did. Just the obscure ones didn't, right? Which actually did pretty well. So the question here is, that's the one thing you need to do, is invest in yourself in a bear market. Very important. Another thing you have to realize in bear markets, a lot of people, since we just touched on this, look, the bear market is not the best time to buy. It's just not. I know a lot of people say, oh, the best time to buy is a bear market. No, it's not. The best time to buy in the bear market is coming out of a bear market. When you see the narratives, when you see the shifts, you see which projects are alive. Because a lot can go wrong in the bear market. The best time to evaluate is in the bear market. That's when you can get your position and so on, right? By the way, quick tip, being in cash is a position in the bear market. I want you to think about this. Listen to what I'm saying exactly. Being in cash in the bear market is a position. All right, I want you to analyze that and think about it. I made some notes here, by the way. Let me look at some of my other rules here. Another one is never go all in on a dip. Scale in a bear market if you do want to scale in, or stay out as the price goes down. Don't get back in. Don't keep on buying the dip and to pour them. Right? Because you buy the dip and it goes down, and you buy the dip again and it goes down even more, and you buy the dip again and it goes down even more. Up to low cost averaging to pour them, to being poor. That's not what you want to do, right? Now, that said, there are positions you can take. When we took our positions in cash, because I started taking profits with my group, with this channel, at 117,000, again 112, again at 100, and then when that became resistance, we pretty much got out. We're expecting the levels we are at today. We're expecting the 70s for sure. We wanted to see if we're going to have a bull market or one last leg up or a dead cat bounce. We got to 90K, we started going down, like that's it. We're going down a lot lower, and we did, right? But when we went down to 60K the first time, as we bounced, I bought the bounce at 62K with 1/3 of my cash position for crypto. I just bought it. And it was very easy for me to do. It went up, I took some profits, but not all of them. And it was very easy for me to do because if I take 1/3 at cash at 62K, I have a clear stop loss. If I'm trading and it goes under 60K psychological, that could be my out. I was wrong. If I'm investing or I'm dollar cost averaging, I dollar swing average is a bit different. But if I want to get in slowly, then under 60K, I'll wait for the mid-low 50s. And then I get to the mid-low 40s, and that's about it. So it's 1/3 of my position, 2/3 of my position, 3/3 of my position, and that's how you scale in with crypto, if that makes sense. No, that's how you scale in crypto in bear markets, if that makes sense. You don't just, if you wanted the simplest formula, that's it. It's not even dollar cost averaging. That's the simplest formula. You have your cash, whatever it is, 10, 20, 100K, doesn't matter. 1/3 deployed at an expected low, which we got, and we got the bounce exactly like we said at 60K. We just didn't know if it's going to last, how big the dead cat bounce is going to be. And so far, it's looking like there's resistance. So now you can do whatever you want. You can buy lower and average your position if it goes lower, or you can say you were wrong, or even take profits depending on where the price is when you want to do this, right? So that's the other thing you could do in bear markets. So bear market's actually good, right? Also, the longer we stay at this range, we are right now, in other words, right here, let me show you. So the factor line gives us ranges, but the longer the range, right? And this one's a bit longer. We can actually extend this from here, right? You can consider this a fake out, so you want to do a range within a range, if that makes sense. So this is the inner range, and you have the outer range that the factor line gave you. But the longer you stay in this range, the stronger the breakout, right? And you could do something like this. This is the range, right? Think of it as a pulse. And the longer we stay, the stronger the breakout to the upside or the stronger the breakout to the downside. So what does this tell you? Oh, Paul, it can go up and down. No. What it tells you is, since we're going to stay in longer, the longer we stay, we can look at much lower levels or much higher levels. So essentially, we can give you better trades, better entries, and better exits. So you play the longer term, if that makes sense, right? So yes, it can go up or down, but the longer you're in a range, the more violent the breakout, if that makes sense, once it confirms. Now, one thing a lot of people noticed in this bear market, and I'm noticing it right now from a lot of people, and this is really, really apparent when it comes to crypto markets. And crypto markets, what I'm about to tell you right now, it's just so much more stronger and evident. It's crazy. Because when you're playing crypto in a bull market, your dopamine levels get high, hit after hit after hit. Even if it goes down, you're wrong on the coin, another coin goes up, and you got that hopium, and you got that hope, and you're doing something, you feel productive. You get used to that feeling. You get used to that euphoric feeling. And a lot of people don't understand this. It's kind of like gambling in a casino when you're on a winning streak. And when you go down into a bear market, initially it's okay because it's part of that dopamine, because you're just used to that volatility. But the time, when it's a long time in the bear market, that's why I keep on saying it's the time that kills you, not the drop. It's not the drop that kills you. It's the prolonged time at lower levels. You start missing that dopamine. You get withdrawal symptoms, right? And suddenly you feel like shit and you don't get that high. And that gets you frustrated. It makes you mad. You can see it. You can see how people react in groups online and so on. And then when it lasts even longer, that can even turn into depression. A lot of people, they just quit crypto altogether. That's it. I can't take it anymore. And they just quit. Happens in every single time this happens. So you have to realize this. You have to realize that you were on drugs being crypto. And you were addicted to it. Looking at your Blockfolio doesn't exist anymore. Looking at Folioli, if you want something like Blockfolio, go to folioli.app. F-I-O-L, Folioli, let me just write in the chat here. Folioli.app, Folioli.app. It's my own product, by the way. But you can look at your Folioli and everything's going up and you're making this, that's not there anymore. It's only down. And even the down, that even is a dopamine hit. It might be like, oh, motherfucker, you might really hurt, but it's still something. But when you're ranging for long periods of time, it's a killer. And if it goes down and just ranges even more, that's a killer, right? That's the problem with bear markets. That's where people lose it. That's where people trade on emotion, revenge trade, do stupid things, get depressed, and ultimately quit crypto. And I'm here to tell you now, we're halfway there, a little bit more than halfway there. We're getting to the point where this is going to change. I can't give you an exact date, probably around the summer, a little bit after the summer, and we're probably going to mark a bottom. And it's not going to shoot up straight away. It's going to slowly, grindly go up, go down, go up, and drive you nuts. And then in 2027, it's probably going to do much better, right? And this is another thing that you need to be aware of, right? So set your plans set your buying plan with plan. Make a plan. Don't use emotion. Basically, what I'm trying to say. Another thing for bear markets. Okay, stop trading on hype. It's okay in the bull market. We do it as well. But if your coin needs hype to survive, it probably won't. Right? If you have a coin that needs hype, it probably won't survive. It's probably dead. As a matter of fact, you can go to ismycoindead.com and check your coins there. Right? Again, that's another AI app that will tell you what's going on with certain coins in your portfolio. If you have Folioli, there's some integrated shit there as well with AI. But anyway, regardless, you can check that out. Okay? You buy mostly Bitcoin first, quality second, and then garbage never in bear markets. Okay? Again, in a bear market, cash is a position. If you're trading in bear markets, take profits faster. You can see that in the range I just showed you here. If you're playing this range over here, sorry, give me a second. If you're playing this range over here, right, you're taking profits here. You're taking profits here if you're short, or you're buying whatever with a stop loss underneath over here to this position, and so on. You're trading, you're making faster, taking profits faster. If it goes up more, it breaks out, it's okay. It will come back down, you buy again, and you take profits up here, right? Or mid-range, or previous top, previous bottom of range, or the previous range, and so on. Just keep it simple. I think my camera is acting up. Give me a second. Yeah. So my camera is acting up. So I've noticed that my computer, generally it starts to chop. See how it's chopping right now? And then if I stay still for a second, move slowly, now it should be okay again. There you go, see? Now it's chopping again. Kind of weird. It's weird. I don't know what's going on. But it is what it is. I can't do anything about it unless I start using a webcam or something. I've been trying to fix this shit for 10 days. Oh God, it was pissing me off. I might have to buy some expensive fucking thing for my camera or something. I don't know. So, talking about investing you in bear markets, I'm investing in equipment. I've invested in my other studio. As if you look at my videos, you'll see I have another studio that I also record at. That's actually in my apartment next door. No, well, next door, 2 rooms over, right? So I have a gym and the studio there. And I invested. I'm building it in the bear market. And it's not complete. It's got more lights and stuff, but you can see some of my videos over there. And you'll see the next video is going to be like there as well. It's just that it might not be perfect when it comes to how it looks, just because I need more lights and everything. But it's a professional studio. You'll see what I mean if you saw my last video, maybe you saw it, or part of it. Let me see if I could show you real quick. Let me give you a sneak peek. Videos. So if I go on my channel, so I have a video here. Is this one? This one's not released. Is this one recorded at my new studio? Yeah, it is. All right. So here's a sneak peek. And look, this is a video that's coming out this week. Crypto trading for beginners. This is for beginners. Use AI before you lose money. This shows you how to trade using AI as well. Right? This shows you how to trade using AI as well. This is the studio. The lights are not the best. Can I? Oh, that's copy. The lights are not the best, but you can see what it looks like. And I have to put some lights over here. And I forgot my stereo over here because I was working out, because the other side is a gym. But anyway, yeah, we're getting there. We're getting there. 2 cameras and so on. And I'm not sure if it shows 2 cameras on this one. But anyway, I digress. Yeah, there you go. See, there's the second camera. Still need to set up shit. But yeah, it's getting there. So that's another thing I'm investing in the bear market. I'm investing in the studio next door. I'm investing in AI. I'm learning AI. I'm building AI apps. You can go to AICryptoSuite.com and you can actually use these apps. They're all free. And just put that. Right? And another thing you need to do very, very seriously in bear markets is take care of your crypto. Start taking care of your security. You need to start taking care of your security, because shit goes bad in bear markets. Exchanges can easily close. Last time we had 7 banks close, big banks. Well, exchanges close as well. Or exchanges can freeze your funds, or exchanges cannot have liquidity. You want to get your crypto off exchanges. You want to get your crypto off exchanges with a hardware wallet, such as an Elipal. I use this. This is my wallet of choice. This is the Elipal Titan 2, right? It's an air-gapped wallet. It's strong. It's extremely well built. It feels good. Has a screen. You can see everything because it has a large screen over here. And how it works is you send your crypto to the address that corresponds with this wallet, because you have your own wallet, your own private keys. And essentially, in order to send crypto, you have the application on your phone, and that you have to scan the QR code and vice versa. Otherwise, that crypto won't leave your wallet. So it's very, very protected, if that makes sense. And you have codes here, It's just very protected, it's air gapped. Of course, you write down your private keys and you put them somewhere. But generally speaking, you need to put your crypto in a hardware wallet because exchanges can close very easily. Exchanges can go bust. Exchanges can scam. They can get hacked. They can go insolvent. There's a whole bunch of shit that can go wrong. And if you're traveling, you get something like the Elipal X card, which is the same thing. The only difference is there's an NPC chip. And with the app, when you send your crypto to whatever you want to send it to, you have to scan your NPC chip. And the cool thing with the Elipal X, you get this thingamajiggy, and you put it into the thingamajiggy, and you click a couple of buttons, and you make your own private key. So Elipal is actually a very good wallet. There are other wallets out there as well, but Elipal is my wallet of choice. I actually recommend it strongly. I've been recommending it strongly. The link is in the description down below. I'll also put it up at... Oh, I can't do it that way. Wait a second. Don't I have it here? Let me put it up for you real quick. How do I do this? See, I wasn't set up because I was trying to fix everything. But it should show now. There you go. So right here, you got the Elipal Titan or the Elipal X card. Very, very good wallet. Wallet of choice, as I said. Check it out, and you won't regret it. And I don't care how much crypto you have, it's never an excuse to not get a crypto wallet. Whether you have a little bit of crypto or a lot of crypto, you have to get a crypto wallet. Why? If you don't have a lot of crypto, first of all, one day that could be a lot, because crypto can go up. But second of all, you want to take the time to learn how to use one of these wallets. Because if you've never had one, it takes time. Now, it's not hard, but it needs time. It can be a little bit overwhelming if you're not into tech that much. It's like kind of getting a new phone. It's not impossible. You learn it. You probably have your phone. It's a lot more simple than a phone. A lot more simple. But it'll give you time to actually learn it, look into it without panicking when everything's going up in a bull market like crazy. And if you're in a bull market like crazy and you have a lot of crypto, if you experience, you need the wallet anyway. So where are you going to buy it? Like, get a crypto wallet like the Elipal. Because let me tell you a secret here, okay? And a lot of people don't think about this. Everybody always gets fire insurance or theft insurance or house insurance, whatever you want to call it, after some bad shit happens. Right? They never get it before. Very seldom do they get it after. The lucky ones buy it after the neighbor gets robbed. Most people get an alarm system or insurance after they get robbed. Don't be that guy. Get your Elipal wallet now in the bear market. There's discounts, it's cheaper and so on. Get it now. Get your crypto on there. If you don't have crypto, you can actually learn and get, it's an excuse to start using one and learning about crypto. Like I said, invest in you and you'll be good with that. Code is right here. Also in the description down below. You're going to love Elipal. I can vouch for Elipal. They're long-term partners of this channel. That's why I'm still in partnership with them. Anyway, let's see if we have any questions in the chat. Especially if you have anything for bear markets or any questions for bear markets, I'm here to answer them. But even if you don't have any questions on bear markets, let me know what your questions are in general. Let's get this popping here. And you can tell it's a bear market just with the people and the engagement I'm getting in these live streams. We have 31 people watching, 69 views, which is nothing, right? 31 concurrent watches, whatever. 69 views total. Maybe this video gets 200-300 views at best after we finish. Most people have left crypto, right? You got some channels dominating, of course. This channel, nobody wants to hear this channel because this channel tells you the truth, long-term trading, not everyday trading going up. They're playing with your emotion. But yeah, we try our best. But there's a good question. I see the good question. How low do you think Bitcoin will go? We'll answer that in a second. But it is what it is. A lot of people drop off. A lot of people leave. A lot of people left my group. It's bear market. Happens every time. But the people that stay, that's going to be the difference for you. You have no idea what's coming. right? You have no idea what's coming. So let's see if we have any questions. If we have any. Yeah, the only question I have is how low do you think Bitcoin will go? Let's show you exactly where that is, okay? So first of all, let's get rid of all these drawings over here. Oops. All right. So if we break down under this range, we have a few places we have to look. And don't worry, I'll answer where I think it's going to go in a second. I'm just going to show you what I do, how I do technical analysis. All right. First of all, right here is the mid-range of the previous range. So if we extend that, you'll see that's exactly where we bounced off of. Okay. The reason I'm doing this is just so you can see how technical analysis works. And if I extend the previous bottom range over here, sorry. $56K. That is a number to watch. I'm not saying that's the bottom. Give me a second here. I'm also gonna extend this back, just so you can see how it relates. And if you know technical analysis, if you do technical analysis, you'll see how it respects certain places. Now, we also want to extend this candle bottom here all the way back. See if it respects other candles right here. And then forward as well. Okay. And we also want to see this. If you notice, I'm just going to show you how I do things so you can see where I'm looking. If you notice, this is a massive cup and handle. So you have a massive cup, handle, where I told you to buy, and then we went up and you saw we were off to the races. This is going to act like resistance on the way up if we get down there. But regardless, what you want to do is you want to grab the breakout point of the candle, of the cup and handle, which is here. So there's another place to look at. See how it respects this candle over here, this candle drop over here, and so on. How this one respects this one over here, and so on. Anyway, regardless, even this one over here, this one respected perfectly. This one here respected perfectly. It's just that the wicks went a little bit under. See the wicks, but the candle respected. So this is why we do technical analysis this way. And you also want to get the bottom of the whatchamacallit, man, the handle over here. Okay? So where do I think the bottom will be? All right, bring it back here. And this is just one way of doing things. This is how I work. So if we break under 56,000 to 50,000 is a point of buying, even though this may not be the bottom. But there should be a bounce, and then if we come back up here and we start coming down again, then we can reevaluate. And if we break this over here, we can come down to the 40K level. Okay, for me, I'm thinking it's going to respect this over here. So we might see 38,700, 38,200, because there's a, you can also extend this one over here. I think that would be. Yeah, around there. Let's move it down. Can we move it down a little bit? Can we cheat? Anyway, so yeah, around 38 to 40K, I think that's going to be the bottom. But I wouldn't be surprised. We have to see what happens with the 50K level. Why do we want to see what happens with the 50K level? Because there's a very big chance that we bounce off the 50, or even where we are now, but I'm more obliged to say 50, and we actually have a bear market rally, either to the 74, well, no, that we already had that, but maybe around the 80 to 90K level. This is very possible before we go down again. Very possible, I'm not saying it's not going to happen. And I also think that at this point, maybe we won't go that high. Maybe we get about here, right? So we might have another rally to 76,000, 80,000. Let's see how this plays out. You can bookmark this video and see. But that's what I'm looking at. Those are the levels I'm looking at. And as I explained earlier on how to buy the levels on the way down and why earlier on in this video, and you'll understand exactly why these bear market rules are the way, what I told you and how I told you to play this bear market. I plan Kulizo Colonis says, I plan to buy SWI along with Solana. Which prices do you think is a good entry? So I'm not looking at SUI or Solana price-wise. I'm looking at Bitcoin. When Bitcoin starts reversal, or when Bitcoin looks like it's going to reverse, that's when I'm buying whatever the price is at altcoins. So I don't chart altcoins in bear or in extensive bear markets or bull markets, only in between. When there's a bear market, that's my secret, a bear market or an euphoric bull market, I chart Bitcoin only. And then I get into strong narratives that have good price action, right? When the reversal happens. If that makes sense. Because you want it to outperform Bitcoin, otherwise ultimately you don't need to buy it anyway. So Bitcoin has to bottom, otherwise there's no point. They're not going to go up without Bitcoin bottoming first, if that makes sense. So another bear market tip. As a matter of fact, that should be added to my list of tips, which I'm going to put here real quick. Just making a quick note for the video. I like that question, by the way. Thank you very much, because it makes me add. I'm making a video on how to perform in the bear market when it comes to crypto, so you just gave me a good idea, a good thing to add. Anyway, let's see what else. Do we have any particular Bitcoin trading pairs you're watching this bear man? So the reason I don't really do that. I don't because I just chart Bitcoin, and then I only chart Bitcoin, Ethereum, or last cycle Bitcoin, Solana when looking for bull markets after the cycle changes, if that makes sense. So you have to understand everybody has their own style in crypto, investment style, and so on. Okay, so for example, I use the factor line. You saw it, right? So the factor line here, let me show you real quick. Let me just bring this up. So you can check the factor line over here. This is actually my course, Invest, Trade, and Think Like the Crypto Factor, but the factor line comes with it, okay? It also has the AI crypto coach in there and so on. But that's how I trade. I built my own indicator. I'm selling it now, obviously, as part of my course. But I built my own indicator. That's how I trade. I'm a swing trader and investor. I'm not a day trader. And I have certain ways I trade. I use ranges. I use snap and cracks. I use things like that. I don't trade like most people trade on YouTube. I just trade differently. You don't need to either, or you can. It doesn't matter. You just find the indicator. You don't need 1,000 indicators. Find the indicator you want and the indicator you're good at, and the style you're good at. You might not be a good day trader. Most people aren't. Most people are better swing traders and investors. Or you may be somebody that likes playing breakouts. Or you might be somebody that likes. There's different styles. Not everybody. I'll leave the link in the description down below as well, by the way. Not everybody trades the same way. It's like martial arts. You might be better at karate, taekwondo, you might be better with your legs. In Muay Thai, there are 5 different styles, right? So I do the more punching style. I can't remember what that's called in Thai, but there's different styles. And you can, that's the same thing with trading. You have your indicators in different styles and so on. And you don't need to be good at every single martial art. You just one, right? And it's effective. So me personally, I trade a bit different. I showed you. I don't I don't really short and bear. I don't really short generally, if that makes sense. Stanko Novak says buying Bitcoin at 48K and lower, new 100%. Yeah, so 100% is 100% cash is a position. Very good. Do you invest in anything except crypto? Mostly crypto, but I invest in stocks and commodities as well. I used to teach Forex industry markets, TA specifically, but I never liked Forex. As soon as crypto, that was my thing. I keep on butchering people's names, but if Bitcoin tests 38K to 40K, how low will Solana go? Probably about $30, maybe less. We'll see. We'll see, but who cares? We'll see where that is. That's why you shouldn't be in alts or many alts in bear markets. You can hold some, but you have to be very careful when buying. That's why I want you to watch the next video. If you haven't subscribed and hit the bell notification button, go ahead, subscribe and hit that bell notification button. That's the like button, sorry. Hit the bell notification button. It looks like a little bell, whatever. I pretend this is a bell, okay? Just hit it, and that way you'll be notified for my next video. And the next video I'm going to put out is how to trade with AI. But after that, I'm going to put out a video or around that. Anyway, I'm going to put out the video how to trade with AI, but also how to trade and invest in the bear market, some basic rules or some rules. Normally, I haven't really heard a lot of people talk about this, but I'm going to put that video out, so subscribe and hit the notification button for that. Anyway, you get the drift, you get the point here. But yeah, let's see if we have any more questions. Let's see what Bitcoin's doing meanwhile. Ooh, I know. Let me show you. I mentioned AI Crypto Suite before. This is it, AICryptoSuite.com. Check it out, look. Is my coin dead? Crypto TA reality, this is very powerful. Factor line, crypto wallet, you can check all the coin scan, very powerful. You can check these out. These are all built by me, they're all free, except this one. But everything else is for free. Check it out. Huge, huge, huge advantage, if that makes sense. Let's see if we get any more questions before we wrap this up. Because no more questions, then I wrap up the video. Because there's no action, like there's no engagement in bear markets. It's very hard to do videos in bear markets. You barely get any views. Let me show you. Let me show you the effect of a bear market here. Let me show you something, and maybe it's interesting, maybe not. Okay? So look, if you look at my views on Bitcoin, on my content here, look at this. I bought a tiny Bitcoin miner, 348 views. They are planning to freeze your crypto, 560 views, right? With 39 comments. So it's not like people are not engaging. It's a good video, just not many people are clicking through, 50 likes. That's huge for 350 views, right? When will Bitcoin bottom? 643 views. Look, 399 views. If you go back a bit, 700 views, 1,000 views, 3,000 views, and look at before that, 95 views. Okay, this one doesn't count. It's me speaking on stage. This one doesn't really count as an event. This one's an interview. Those typically don't do very well. 2026 narrative, 769 views. Free candlestick course. Everyone loves learning. Look, 159 views. If this was like paid for, everyone would be paying for this. That's why I don't like putting out free courses. People don't, no one takes free advice. People very rarely take free advice. The only way they take it is if they actually pay for it. It's crazy. But yeah, these are all, look, 163 views, 266 views. It's very fucking low. 700 views. If you go back a bit, 2,000 views over here. If you go back to the next page, you start seeing the views will start climbing. 1,000, 1,000, 1,000, 1,000. See? Okay, you get the smaller ones, but if you go back even more, the more we go back, you'll see the views will start going up. 2,000, 1,000, 8,000, 4,000. See how? 6,000. See how they're going up here? 5,000 and so on. 19,000. 19,500 basically. So it's very different. And the truth is my channel is very broad, so I don't get a lot of views. Generally, you want to do a sub-niche, either meme coins or DeFi coins, and you get a lot more views that way. I like keeping broad. I don't do daily technical analysis for views, so I don't have a lot of views anyway, typically, but this is a lot lower than what it usually is. You know what I mean? Let's see. How long do you think the next bull market will last? Probably 2-3 years again. But you're not going to know it. You're not going to know it. Like when I told people the bottom's in 2022, I was saying that people are going to say that it's the bottom in hindsight in early 2023, mid 2023. That's exactly what happened. Because I called the bottom at 15.6K exactly, winning a bet with Gareth Soloway. And before it even got there, it was 2 months before it even got to that low. So I called the bottom exactly. Not the top. The top I didn't get exactly this time, but the bottom we called exactly. And it was, and I said people are going to start realizing and saying that was the bottom in 2023, mid 2023, but the bottom was in 2022. Same thing's going to happen. And people are not going to realize we're in a bull market till a lot later. And, you know, because bull markets, it's not that euphoric rise. Bull markets can go up slowly as well, right? So you don't notice it in the beginning. Slowly and then suddenly. That's how bull markets work. What do I think of AI coin? I'm not looking at any AI coins or anything like that right now except leading coins. Like Near and maybe Tau and so on. Virtuals, stuff like that. Great video. Thank you very much. Really appreciate it. Really appreciate it. Very, very much. Really appreciate it, man. I really appreciate you. I do these live streams for you. I love live streams. I just wish I had more engagement, more questions, and I can do more of them. But, you know, I love live streams. I love helping people. I love answering questions. Live streams for me were always about answering questions. You know what I mean? That's my style. So this channel is not really for beginners. There has some beginner videos, but it's not really for advanced people because advanced people don't really need videos that much, so I don't do many of them. I use coaching for that. But this is an intermediate channel. So it's for beginners a little bit, mostly for intermediates. That's another reason why I don't get a lot of views, if that makes sense. But, you know, I do some beginner videos and stuff, but the truth is I get bored talking about beginner stuff. I'm sorry, I don't want to be rude, but it's after a while it gets boring. I need something challenging to stimulate my brain. You know, it's kind of like when you are a tennis coach. Yes, you can teach beginner level tennis. It's not the same as teaching intermediate level tennis. It's more fun, right? Because you get to talk about other shit. Nikos Stelos as great info, bro, as always. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. We know you do, man. We really appreciate it. Yeah, man, I do my best. I know. I appreciate you guys too. Guys, like, you helped me out as well. I learn a lot from the chat. A lot of times, the chat brings things to my attention. And don't forget, I was live streaming when I was fighting cancer, getting bone marrow transplants and so on. And it kept me going. It gave me a mission, a purpose, or something. And it kept me going. I felt like I had something to do. I couldn't do anything else. So when I was begging people to get in at 16,700 when I was in hospital, you could see all the fucking cables coming out my neck because I had a fucking thing in my main artery next to my heart for my bone marrow transplant. You know, it was, hey, Crypto Clown, how are you? It kept me going. It kept me going. So I owe you. And that's why I like helping. That's why I like doing these live streams. Because, you know, I did it while I was dying. I didn't know if I was going to live, to be honest. I had very low, percentages, to be honest with you. So, I mean, I've exceeded my survival rate by at least 5 years so far. So, let's see what happens. Because, I fought it like 3 times. I've fought cancer 3 times since 2015. Twice while I was in crypto. So I got in crypto after I beat cancer the first time. And I worked in crypto and worked my way through crypto while fighting cancer another 2 times from there. So yeah. So thank you very much. I appreciate you. I do appreciate you. I know I make fun of the XRP army a lot, and I know I'm very emotional, and I have to be, because if you're not emotional, people don't want to. People don't. A lot of people are saying, "Oh, just calm down." Well, first of all, I'm Greek. I can't calm down. Second of all, do you really want me to? Like, do you really want to see somebody talking like this? Okay, Bitcoin is in the range, and from the range you can go straight down, and from the straight down you can buy the lower low. What the fuck? It's stupid. You want some emotion, you want some pizzazz, you want some people, you want some energy, right? You should post when you're going live next. It's supposed to do notifications. So when you go live, you should get notified. If you have notifications on, and some people might be subscribed and have notifications on, but what happens is YouTube might take you out. So do me a favor and check if you are actually subscribed. Let me show you. If you come to my channel here, let's go to my other channel so I can show you exactly what I mean. Okay? I have another channel, by the way. It's Business and AI. So let's go Democritus. So for example, if you come to Paul Democritus, my original channel here, now it's pivoting into AI. See how I'm subscribed here? Which I should, this is personal, you should click all. So it should be all there. Now I'm gonna unsubscribe. Actually, no, fuck it. But I'm gonna have it personalized. But you should have all, whatever, sorry. You should have it all. And check if you're subscribed on this channel, like this. And yeah, you'll see videos now over here with this channel. It's business, sales, marketing, and so on. Interviews here. There's, you know, I was one of the first, the second person to actually interview Patrick Bet-David, by the way. Evan Carmichael. He didn't used to give interviews before. But now I'm pivoting into AI and crypto AI, or mostly AI, sorry. AI in this channel over here. So yeah, check it out, see if it's for you. You can find it by going to the if you come to see, if you scroll down, you can see the Crypto Factor. If you click the Crypto Factor, you can scroll down and see that channel over here, right? So you can also do that. So check it out, see if it's for you, if you're in AI. If not, don't bother. But if you're in AI, check it out. Happy Easter. Happy Easter. Yeah, it's is it Easter in the States now? In Greece, it's next Easter Sunday is next week in Greece. So this is the great week, the Holy Week. And then Easter is on Sunday. So I think Easter, Catholic Easter is this week. It's maybe it's even today. Is this on Easter stream? I'm not even sure. Is it Easter today? In the States and around the world, generally. I know in Greece it's next week, same in Armenia, same in Cyprus, same in Ethiopia, same in Serbia, maybe Russia, Russia and other countries, Armenia and so on. Oh, okay, so it's tonight. So it's Easter. Well, happy Easter. Happy Easter if you're Catholic or whatever, Christian. Kala Pascha if you're Greek. But that's in 1 week. Happy Easter, guys. Happy Easter. It totally escaped me that it's Easter in the States. Wouldn't the whole world celebrate the same day? Oh, that's what I thought. Jesus came back in different days. Yeah! Like, so it's the calendar changed. There's different calendars. Because we go by a different calendar, basically. But, you know, it gets confusing. Because even in Greek Easter, like you have, for example, you also have Christmas is different as well between Greek Orthodox, because you also have the Paleoemerologites, which go by another calendar as well. So it depends on the calendar you go with. But Henry, it doesn't matter. It's symbolic, man. It's as long as if you believe. So we go by the holy light as well, right? When the holy light comes out and so on. Different coins will go up in bear markets, look like they're going to rally, then come back down. It's going to happen with a lot of coins. It's all about Constantine getting to the pagans to fall in line. We can talk about that. It's because they took out a lot of stuff from the Bible as well, but a lot of people don't understand what that actually means. And that was the, I don't know what it's called in English, but it was the Treaty of Nicosia, right? And then what happened was there was a lot of parts of the Bible that were not included from the original canon. But a lot of people don't understand that back then, there was a lot of smaller sects and stories that did not belong in the canon. So with Constantine, with the thing with Nicosia, they had to choose what goes in the canon and what not. For example, you had the Gnostics, and you had other Christians that did not believe what what main Christianity believed. So there's a lot of stuff that just doesn't belong in there. So they made that distinction, if that makes sense. I mean, unless you want to believe that, Jesus was Satan, because there was also a small group of people that used to say that back then as well. But it was it was just stories there, and you get to choose which one goes in and which one's not, which ones belong and which ones don't. So it's very normal. It's kind of like Wikipedia, where you choose what's real and what's not. Like the fact checks of the time back then. They had to fact check the stories, like they you know how on X you have your corrections underneath? That's pretty much what happened, but back then. And that's how we moved forward, if that makes sense. But yeah. Anywho, thank you so much. Really appreciate you. Happy Easter. Wherever you are in the world, if you're not Christian, doesn't matter. Happy Easter, whatever you guys do. I respect everyone. I love everyone. Thank you so much. I really, really, really appreciate all of you, every single one of you, even my haters. Even the XRP army. I love the XRP army. Take care, everyone. Happy Easter, and I will see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.